Good morning, students. Myself Kanika Maggu, your biology teacher. I hope you have gone through your previous videos and let us continue with the chapter. In our previous video, we discussed about how cell varies in shape, size and number. Depending upon this variation, we discussed about different types of cells. We discussed about unicellular organisms, multicellular organisms. We discussed about the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. And moreover, the most importantly, we discussed about how the shape of a particular cell is related to its function. Now today's topic is division of labor in multicellular and unicellular organism. What does it mean by division of labor? Division of labor means the task has been divided amongst the various components. For example, to your class, I need to give an assignment, I need to give you a task rather that you need to decorate your display board. For decorating that display board, this is our main task which we need to perform. But I will divide it into different students. For example, to one student I gave a chart to draw the diagram of the eye and label its parts. To another one I asked to draw map and mark the rivers or the capitals or whatever you do in SST related to that. So I gave different subject related charts to different students and finally our board will be decorated. Same way the division of labor occurs in the humans. Different parts of the human body perform different functions. For example, we have a heart to pump blood, we have stomach to digest food, there are muscles and bones in our body which help in the movement and locomotion. So these different types of cells are present in different organs which perform different functions. For example, our heart. It contains cardiac muscles which contract and expand rapidly. Our brain, it has nerve cells which receive the stimulus and send the message to the receptor organ or whatever the action has to be taken. So you saw that in a multicellular organism, different tasks has been performed by different organs. Same way, within a single cell also there is division of labor. How does it take place? Each cell has got different components and we call the main components as cell organelles. These cell organelles perform different functions. For example, for the oxidation of food, we have mitochondria. For synthesis of new material like protein, we have ribosomes. For synthesis of lipids, we have ER or endoplasmic reticulum. For clearing the waste from the cell, we have lysosomes. So you saw different cell organelles perform different functions. So each cell is able to perform its function because of these cell organelles. In other words, we can say that the different cell organelles perform different functions along with the cytoplasm, along with the nucleus, along with the plasma membrane, constitute the basic building blocks called as cells. Let us now discuss about the basic or the structural organization of cell. Each cell has three main components. One is the plasma membrane, other is the nucleus and the third one is the cytoplasm. You see, this outermost membrane of the cell is called plasma membrane, which allows the entry and exit of the molecules, which separates one cell from the other cell, which separates cell's internal environment from the cell's external environment. There is a nucleus which is called as the brain of the cell, which controls all the information, all the activities that will take place inside the cell. Same way, there is the cytoplasm, which is the fluid component, and in this cytoplasm, various cell organelles float. The detailed structure we will do later in the chapter. So, all the activities in the cell and the interactions of the cell with its environment is possible only due to these three features. Now we will discuss about the characteristics of the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane, number one, it is the outermost thin layer or the covering of the cell that separates the contents of the cell from its external environment. Not only this, it also separates one cell from the other cell. Moreover, this plasma membrane, the most important point, is made up of lipids and proteins. It is a bilipid layer in which proteins are sandwiched. This layer is flexible. The plasma membrane is called as the selectively permeable membrane. Why it is called as selectively permeable membrane? Because it allows the entry and exit of only some materials in and out of the cell. It is the most important feature of plasma membrane. So all these are the characteristics, as well as these 3 points are the functions of the plasma membrane. So, on the basis of today's lecture, you must be able to answer, explain the division of labor in multicellular and unicellular organisms, write the characteristics and functions of plasma membrane, why plasma membrane is called selectively permeable membrane. Children, in my next video, I'll be sharing the answers to all these questions which I have discussed with you till now, so that you can clearly write in your notebooks, or if you have written, you can just tally them. Thank you.